Very good evening to all. In the last class, we have seen that what are the shells and what are the subshells and what are the orbitals. So these three mainly we will discuss to explain about the where electrons present in the atoms. So first one, electrons revolves around the nucleus in the circular path that we call shell, that is indicated with the N. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, or K, L, M, N, and so on. So it means that 1 means first shell, 2 means second shell, 3 means third shell, 4 means fourth shell. Next, shells are again divided into subshells. Shells are again divided into subshells. So in that is a S subshell, P subshell, D subshell, F subshell. Is it clear? And subshells again divide into orbitals. Here we have to remember S subshell is having one orbital, P subshell is having 3 orbitals, D subshell is having 5 orbitals, F subshell is having 7 orbitals. So where electrons are present, first we can locate the which shell. Next again we can check the which subshell. Next again in the which orbital electron is present. Next another one we have seen that n is equal to 1 means 1s, n is equal to 2 means 2s comma 2p, n is equal to 3 means 3s comma 3p comma 3d, n is equal to 4, 4s comma 4p comma 4d comma 4f. So number of shells that is equal to what we can say subshell. What does it indicate? One shell is there in the sense that is having one subshell. Second shell, it is having 2 subshells. N is equal to 3, that is a 3 subshells. S, P, D, whatever it is. S is having 1 orbital, P is having 2 orbitals, 3 is having, D is having, S is having 1, P is having 3, D is having 5, F is having 7. There is only change in the N value, but there is no change in the number of orbitals in the subshell. Next, after this we have seen that what are the valence shell. Valence shell means the outermost shell in the orbital, that we call valence shell. For example, if you take this one 1, 2, 3 and 4 like, so this is we call valence shell, the last orbit which is present in the atom, that we call valence shell. Is it clear? So the electrons which are present in the valence shell we called valence shell electrons. The electrons which are present in the valence shell, that we call valence shell electrons. Next another one, penultimate shell. What is that? Penultimate shell, the shell which is present just before the valence shell, that is n-1. What we call that is a penultimate shell. What we call that is penultimate shell. Next, anti-penultimate shell. What is it? Anti-penultimate shell. That we can define as the shell which is present just before the penultimate shell, that is n-2. That is n-2 we can say. That is last orbit valence, before that last orbit penultimate, just before that penultimate shell anti-penultimate shell. The electrons which are present in the valence shell electrons, other than valence shell electrons, the electrons are called inner electrons or core electrons. What we call inner or core electrons. Is it clear? Next, another one we have seen that electronic configuration. What is it? Electronic configuration. So what is that electronic configuration? Electronic configuration. The systematic arrangement. What is that? The systematic arrangement. The systematic arrangement of electrons in the orbitals in increasing order of their energies. How we can explain that energies? That purpose we have taken Euler's diagram. What is that? Euler's diagram. So here see that Euler's diagram. See that 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 5, 6, 7, 2p, 3p, 4p, 5p, 6p, 7p, 3d, 4d, 5d, 6d, 4f, 5f. So for example, first electron enters into the 1s. So this arrow indicates electron enters into the first s, 1s. Next, s orbital can contain maximum how many electrons? 2 electrons. Yes or no? Why? S subshell is having 1 orbital, so it can accommodate maximum 2 electrons. Next, again after 1s, just observe the dotted line. Next energy 2s. What does it means? 1s in the sense lower energy, 2s in the sense higher energy. Is it clear? So 1s next enters into the 2s, and 2s is also maximum contains how many? S subshell 1 orbital, 2 electrons. Next again enters into the 2p. After filling the 2p subshell, how many orbitals? 3 orbitals, and next 6 electrons maximum it can accommodate. Next enters into the 3s, followed by next higher energy orbital 3p, 4s, next another one 4s, another one 3d, 4p, 5s, and goes on like. So what does it indicates? 1s less than, 2s less than, 2p less than, 3s less than, 3p less than, 4s less than, 3d less than, 4p less than, 5s, and goes on. Is it clear? This is a Euler's diagram, gives information about the filling of electrons. Is it clear? So what I am saying that 1s less than, 2s less than, 3s less than, 3s or 1s, 2s, 2p, 2s less than, 2p less than, 3s less than, 3p less than, 4s less than, next another one after 4s, 3, 4s, 3. So based on this, we are going to fill the electrons in the atoms with atomic number 1 to 30. What is that? 1 to 30 elements. We are going to fill the electrons by using their energy levels, orbitals energies. Here before that I would like to say s orbital contains maximum 2 electrons. Why? Because 1 orbital is present. P subshell maximum can accommodate 6 electrons. Why? Because this is having the 3 orbitals. So p subshell is having the 3 orbitals, so it can accommodate maximum 6. Next, d subshell, it is maximum can accommodate 10 electrons. Why? This is having the 5 orbitals. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, F subshell is maximum can accommodate 14 electrons. So it is having 7 orbitals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just you have to remember this one. This you don't consider 1s, 2s, 3, 2p, 3s. S is there, 1 subshell, 2 electrons maximum. S is there, 1 subshell, 2 electrons maximum. P, what is that? 3 subshell, maximum 6 electrons. 3p, like the same. Don't take that 3 means 3, 2 means 2. If this is only indicates the main shell. That's it. Or orbit shell. Or orbit. What is that? N. Next, see that how we are going to fill that. First, hydrogen, atomic number 1. So first, which is the lesser energy? 1s. So electron 1s1. So we are representing in the orbitals. Next, 1 electron means 1 arrow. This indicates that 1 electron. Next, helium. What is that? 1s2. 2 electrons. So atomic number is equal to what we can write? Z, atomic number is equal to number of electrons. Is it clear? When, in which condition it is applicable? If the atom does not have any charge. If the charge is present, the number of electrons are variant. But this is applicable in the absence of charge. In the absence of charge on atom. Okay, 1s2, 2 electrons. One is above arrow and one is a below arrow. Next, lithium, 3 electrons. 1s2, 2s1. Why 2s1 I am writing? After 1s completed filling of 2 electrons enters into where? 2s. So 3 atomic number, 3 number of electrons. So 1s, this is a 1s, and another one is a 2s. 2s is also 1 orbital, 2s1. S. Next, beryllium, 4. 1s2, 2s2. 1s2, 2s2. Boron, atomic number 5. 1s2, 2s2. Next, which orbital is having the higher energy? 2p. So 2p1. 2 plus 2 plus 1, 5. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Next, carbon, atomic number 6. 1s2, 2s2, 2p2. So observe now carefully. 1s2 completely filled, 2s2 completely filled, 2p2. Here, first electron enters into this orbital, second electron enters into the another orbital. Here one thing we have to remember, after filling one electron here, next I will tell you by taking second. Nitrogen 7, 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p3, 1, 2, 3. So next come to that oxygen, atomic number 8, 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So what I am saying, each orbital fills with 1 electron, then pairing occurs. So for example, here is there means 2p3 means we should not write like 1, 2, 3. This is wrong. We are having one rule. We are having the one rule in the atomic structure. Is it clear? That we call a Hund's rule. Hund's maximum multiplicity rule. So after filling of each electron in the 1 orbital, then only pairing occurs. Why? Because these orbitals are called degenerated orbitals, or same energy containing orbitals. So what does it indicates? Because of the same energy, each electron fills with one electron. After then pairing occurs. Next, another one, what is that? Fluorine 9, 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. So 1s2 is the same. I am writing here. Maybe we cannot see in this place. This is we call degenerated orbitals. Maybe you cannot see this one. Once again, I am writing here. I am writing degenerated or same energy. What is that? Same energy containing orbital. So 2p5. Next, 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next, another one. Atom. Next atom, neon. Atomic number 10. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Is it clear? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like this we have to fill. I will show you the remaining elements. Next, another one. What is that? Neon and sodium. Sodium atomic number 11. That is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. After 2p, what we are having? 3s. Yes or no? So 3s1. So this one, sometimes they may give neon like. So they may give like this 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1, or neon 3s1. Or why? Because in the neon, in the sense, it indicates it is a neon electronic configuration first, next 3s1. Is it clear? So now here, first shell, how many electrons? 2. For this one I am saying n is equal to 1. How many number of electrons? 2. N is equal to 2. How many number of electrons? 8. N is equal to 3. How many number of electrons? 1. In the 10th standard we have learned like this: 2, 8, 1. First shell 2 electrons, second shell 8 electron, third shell 1 electron. So in this way we can write that. So we have discussed sodium up to the 11. So you try that. Remaining magnesium, aluminium, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, argon, like that. Up to 30 you can try once more. So what is that? From 12 to 30, just you have to try to write the electronic configuration in the same manner. Okay. So this is about today's class. In the next class, we'll see the one more important concept. Okay.